100 hopefuls enter a competition they believe is fun, but much like a swan on ketamine or a horse that's accidentally wandered into a hospital, nothing is quite as it seems, but everything is at stake. Over the next few weeks, players will face trials forged in the furnaces of human despair, in a competition so severe, scientists advise us not even to call it a competition at all. We've analysed these games and concluded that 87% of them are morally questionable. The rest, just bloody stupid. Players will face challenges designed with consultations in leading experts of nonsense. Hi, Drexley Boom, influencer. These games are designed to push the body past its limit, then ask the limit to step outside so they can push it even further. That's basic science. In the end, however, only one participant will become briefly famous in a very small segment of the internet and emerge victorious in the double day session winner in the mega raffle. Yes, welcome to Ducking Hell, the only prize draw in Britain where hope goes to die quietly in a bathtub. 100 contestants begin their journey, each clinging onto the belief that a plastic duck with their number on it can change their lives forever. Yes, the ducks, which were originally purchased for a local fete, have now been repurposed into instruments of elimination. Much like the British monarchy, they serve no practical function, yet the public insists on watching. The ducks continue to circulate like tiny multicoloured harbingers of administrative doom. The ceremonial colander of selection sinks into the icy water like the tragedy of the Titanic. Some contestants believe they can influence which duck would get hooked through positive thinking, although scientists have confirmed this works on exactly 0 ducks. And Britain is gripped by this new elimination epidemic. The colander swirls around, the blindfolds on. You're looking not to get hooked up here? It looks like we've got some early contestants going out. Let's have a closer look. And a lot of people don't realise the psychological strain of competitive duck hooking in a colander is massive. When you immerse numbered ducks in water, you create a vortex of responsibility. I've seen strong men brought to their knees by the madness of it all, I really have. Oh, you're dead right there. I mean, the stakes could not be lower, yet paradoxically, the tension has never been higher. I mean, people say that this kind of thing is harmless, but critics say that the game encourages passive-aggressive destiny allocation, which could destabilise communities by as much as 14%. A 90 takes an early exit there, as does 38. Fucking hell. Who's next? Number 1's out of the game. And number 1 also leaves the game, which is unusual. 1 and now 100. So that's the lowest and the highest denominations, both exiting. 91 is out of the game also. I mean, is anyone safe now? Who's next? Number 13's gone. I gotta tell you, that is unlucky. Truly. Number 70 also out of the race. Who's next? Let's see. Oh, number 19 taking an unfortunate early tumble as well. And one left here. Who is it? Number 60. Oh, let's take another look at the players that are still in there, floating around in the tub like a couple of turds that won't flush away. Yes, 9 players exiting the game at the first round, and the nation watches on, helpless, as yet another moral panic evaporates like a warm bath left unattended. Ducking Hell. A game that asks the question, what if fate was small, brightly coloured, and slightly buoyant? And one last look at the losers there, but keep watching, maybe they'll find a way back in. And we're on to round 2, the sporting event that's been banned in 12 countries for making gym equipment look sinister. 10 ducks at a time will line up on the edges of the wobble plate, trying to avoid being the first one to wobble off. And the rules are brutally simple. The ducks must remain on the plate at all times while it wobbles around like a drunk pensioner trying to bloody curtsy. Now let's see who's going to go out. The bluey's taking a bloody tumble. Let's see who the bluey is. Yeah, and at 30 wobbles per second, number 14 did not stand a chance there. On to the next one. Oh, and he flicks the switch like he's launching a missile. And the plate begins to wobble, and another bluey has taken a tumble. My goodness, let's see who he is. It's number 15 this time. Yeah, and he's just fallen off the wayside there, with all the grace of a man exiting the pub after several pints of strong lager. Oh, and the yellow just fluffed it big time. Talk about wasting your opportunity at this game. Let's see who this loser is. It's 95. I mean, it's just absolutely pathetic, that one. He's just trembling all over the place like a man who's realised he's left his oven on in 2004. Oh, it's the battle of the pink, blues and purples. Oh, a blue has absolutely flung himself from the precipice. He's absolutely flown out of there like a tiny blue comet returning home to his planet. Unbelievable scenes. And another yellow's gone. Look at that green on the left-hand side, though. Absolutely steadfast. It's like he's got glue on his shoes. Yeah, they're lined up like a police parade of suspects for something or other. And they flick the switch there. Now let's see, they're all holding pretty steady so far. The pinky may go off the bottom side, but the green is taken off. I mean, someone just wanted to finish that pink off, really. It's still on the edge there. Just there for the taking. Sometimes you just got to be brutal in this game. You got to step up, maybe nudge someone off the edge of a cliff. If that's what it takes. That's what's got to be done. And I couldn't agree more with you, mate. I could not agree with you more. And we've got a fine spread of different colours here, and they're cascading around. Oh, this is going the distance, I tell you. It's the closest it's been in a while, but the blue, he bows out gracefully there. He took one for the team. Look, talk about having your ducks all in a row. Look at the right side there. That is magic. Quite beautiful indeed. And we've lined up again. Now let's see what's going to happen here. This is the final round. Obviously, we had the one extra on the right-hand side. Had to be done. And it might have just been what pushed the yellow over the edge. It's number 39. 91 contenders just put through the ringer there. One unstable surface, no mercy whatsoever. Remember, this is not just a competition, it's destiny. And a little bit of trivia here. This sport actually began in 1973 when fitness instructor Trevor Gumps accidentally left a bath toy on a vibrating massage table. What began as a mistake quickly snowballed into a revolution. And by the 1980s, this game had evolved into a fully fledged sport, complete with regional leagues, fan clubs, illegal backroom wobble dens where unscrupulous fucking gamblers would bet on ducks. Oh yes, but do you remember back in 2001 when the sport faced its darkest moment? The gelatin incident. My goodness, that was a fucking rough time for the sport, wasn't it? Too right. I mean, it's a fucking disgrace, really, isn't it? To coat your duck in supermarket jelly to increase grip. I mean, it technically wasn't banned at the time, but it has since been banned. Doesn't make it right though, does it? And okay, we're going to let one loser back in now. These are all the participants that have been out previously. We're letting one back in with the one that wobbles off first. Let's have a look. Who's back in the race? Who can it be? It's number 1.
Ojos mi vida pasar y se extraña si lo cierro. Y si mañana nos toca no estar, miro al cielo y te veo. Pero ya sé que no voy a olvidar tu perfume de febrero. Cuando la noche me venga a buscar, que me lleves con tu viento. Y si la noche me viene a buscar, que me lleves con tu viento.
Mr. Muscle, a beacon of hope in times of horniness.
Yes, round 3. And this one's called the Dread Arrows. Red arrows will begin to flash in a frantic, occasionally vindictive pattern. And when the countdown hits 0, whichever duck the arrow is pointing at is eliminated from the competition and formally denounced by the council. That's right, we're counting down 0 here. Who's going to be the first out from these 6? Who is it? It's looking like it's number 9. Oh, it's Damien Carter. He's going to be gutted about that because he's a boxer himself. He should have done better here. And 6 more ducks take their place on the electronic boxing pad. An invention so sophisticated it was once banned in Luxembourg for emotional turbulence. Each duck occupying a single pad. We're counting down now. One duck will leave, not physically, because it's a rubber duck, but spiritually it will be erased. And let's see who it is. It's number 37. Wow, Jim Stevens there. Unlucky to go out. Known by his other alias as some name in the UK hip-hop circuit. He's got a few bars. He does all right. And I heard he's got an EP coming out with you soon. The Bostrich. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, mate. It's going to be 7 tracks full of bangers. Keep an eye out for that one. I'm sure it'll be great, mate. Anyway, we are back, standing on the shoulders of giants. Giants who believed that a plastic duck could experience triumph, shame, and elimination at the hands of an angry, glowing triangle. And let's see who goes out next. It's a green one. It is 55. Charlie Newman, for God's sake. Charlie, what are you doing? Well, he still has another duck in the race, so let's see. Maybe he will go to the end still. Anyways, we're back again. It's 2 pinks. It's 2 blues. It's a yellow. It's a purple. Try not to lose. It's 7 seconds left on the clock. 6 now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's just switched over to the yellow. Bluey got away with it. It's number 97. It's Natalie K, a.k.a. Rage Cage, a.k.a. KJ, a.k.a. NJ, a.k.a. Nigel. An esteemed peer of the host, working at Avant-Garde and Tattoo Studio. The finest studio in the area. That's right, truly the best establishment. If you want to get a tattoo, get on down there. Fine artists, all of them, and great people. Okay, who's going out next? It's, ooh, Bluey just got away with that. Fuck me. It's number 61. Yes, Geordie Shore, and that is his real name. You're having a fucking laugh, mate. Geordie Shore. What a legend. And there was actually another contestant called The Only Wears Essex that tried to enter, but we couldn't have both of them in. It was conflicting. It wouldn't have worked. Anyways, let's have a little look at him stacking them up there. Let's give you a little history of the sport again. Well, the origins of dread arrows could be traced back to 1974, when Latvian inventor Gordis Plank accidentally created the first electronic boxing pad. Rumour has it he was attempting to build a heated footrest for geese. Oh, I can believe that. Geese are always complaining that the feet are cold. The device malfunctioned, electrocuted a widow, and was immediately declared potentially dangerous by the Latvian Ministry of Recreation. Oh, 99 just goes there. Sorry, mate. You were saying? Well, Plank's vision was bold. A machine that could stimulate tension, judgment, and arbitrary punishment, all aimed at inanimate waterfowl. When asked why, he simply replied, because they can't complain. History say this statement explains nearly 60% of all Eastern European leisure activities in the 1970s alone. Early versions of the game involved live ducks, but this was soon abandoned when several ducks unionized, demanding crumbs of dignity. Rubber ducks were introduced as a compromise, lifeless, cheap, and easier to stack in a cupboard. Oh, have you ever tried to stack an angry duck in a cupboard? It just doesn't work. It's a bloody nightmare. Well, let's see who's going out here, and we'll get back to a bit of the history in a minute. It's Jess Gibbs, the local slag. Gone. So soon. So sudden. And by the 1980s, the game spread to the UK, where it became a cult underground sensation. It was played in pubs, nightclubs, and at least 2 weddings. The government attempted to outlaw it under the Elastic Poultry Regulation Act, but the ban was overturned after a judge argued that the ducks were not elastic enough to warrant concern. Well, I'm glad he did, because we wouldn't be here otherwise, reeling in this suspense and the tension. Okay, 10 seconds remain. Oh, it's getting close now. It's getting real close. It's flitting around. Who's it going to be? Yellow? No, blue? Blue? Will it change? Oh, just the blue. The pink got away with it there. The blue, number 66. Let's see who that pink was, though, that just got away. 84. You lucky bugger. And by the early 90s, the electronics were upgraded, so the red arrows would flash with the same intensity as a panicking air traffic controller. This innovation earned the game a cult following among people who described themselves as risk enthusiasts, despite taking no actual risks themselves. The modern version, the one we see today, features 6 pads, each fitted with state-of-the-art randomized judgment arrows. These arrows flash chaotically for 20 seconds before selecting a duck for elimination. The system is supposedly random, though internal documents leaked in 2009 revealed that machine is fueled by grievances. Well, maybe number 2 did something to anger this board at some point in the past. Who knows? But they're out of the game, and that's all that matters. Let's move on. They're stacking them up again. This is really interesting as it comes down to the final couple of rounds. Just can't wait to see what happens here. I really can't. You know, I've heard some conspiracy theorists have the creeping suspicion that everything from our taxes to the bus schedules is controlled by a giant machine picking victims at random, then pointing a glowing red arrow at them. What do you think about that? Well, you never know, do you? I mean, they sent Louis Armstrong to the moon to make that album, and that turned out to be bullshit. Another one finds the duck. Boom, boom, boom. Another one finds the duck, and a 51's gone, and a 51's gone. Another one finds the duck. Hauntingly beautiful rendition there, mate. Oh, you know I like to dabble in duck-based Queen parodies from time to time. Well, wish you wouldn't, mate. Anyway, we're back. Stacking them up again, and the good thing about this game, the legacy is clear. It almost makes no sense at all, and yet it refuses to die. Just like that little pink one on the right there, I reckon he's looking pretty strong. Well, I quite fancy the chances of the yellows there. Looks like they've formed a bit of an allegiance on the left side of the pads. And let's see if they can, look, they're staring them down. They're staring down the pink and blue counterparts. As the time comes down past 10 seconds, 5 seconds remain now. I can barely watch. Ooh, I told you. Oh, the pinkies let me down. It's the commentator's curse all over again. And I think there can only be about 2 rounds left here now. And take a look at the host trousers there. I'll tell you what. It looks like his legs are playing checkers on acid. And the Highland cows on the feet as well. This guy has got style oozing out of him. Locked and loaded. The last round of 6 ducks. There is 3 left over after this. So, well, we'll have to devise a system when it comes to it. But let's have a look at this one for now. Yeah, the red arrows screaming around. Obviously, we had to change the name to Dread Arrows because they did try to sue us, the Red Arrows, claiming they had the name first, so fuck those guys. Well, I've not gone to see the Bournemouth Fair Show ever since, to be honest. It really did leave a sour taste. Unless the U's going out, it's a purple, it's 54. 54 is out. Okay, so 3 remain, it is awkward. They've all been given their own pad rather than stretching between 2. If they get lit up, they're out. If none of them get lit out, they're all through. I think it's the fairest way. It's the way it would have been had there been ducks on the other pads. Yeah, and what the viewer doesn't see here is the arguments, the deliberations that went into the decision of that. And in the end, it's not really mattered. 48 has gone out anyway. And let's just take a moment of silence for our fallen heroes. Gone too soon. Will they come back in? We'll see. And if the ducks were a bar chart of the remaining contestants, that's what it would look like. 27% of them pinks. They really have come out in force. And interestingly, if you're a purple duck, only 9% of the remaining contestants are purple. Do better, purple. Yes, and we're back live from the National Elastic Poultry Arena, where the latest round of the Mega Raffle will take place. Basically, coloured ducks are released from a ceremonial top hat onto a bottle of Mr. Muscle, placed inside a regulation hoop. Here's an expert. Well, mate, Mr. Muscle was never designed to be used in this way, to tell you the truth. So I don't know. I mean, the bottle's dome-like curvature provides what we call a slip apex. A point where 2 objects accelerate unpredictably, bounce off each other, and occasionally achieve enlightenment. This is why the sport can be controversial, you know. It's like using washing up liquid as a runway for hedgehogs. Technically possible, ethically cloudy, but visually spectacular. Back to you. Yes, and of course any duck that ricochets out of the hoop is eliminated, banished, and in extreme cases, frowned at severely. Here we go. Oh, and that's a great drop. And of course the rules are simple, but the physics can be complicated. As we see who's cascaded out of the hoop there, let's have a look. Oh, Geordie Shaw, that's unfortunate again. Bows up, he's still got another duck in the race, remember? Whackers, only the solitary duck for Whackers, so he is unfortunately out at the moment. Vicky Bobbitt likewise. Captain Hugo J. Absinthe goes out. Of course, that is an alias. A local member of a rebel terror cell. Didn't want to use his real name. Well, let's hope he doesn't try and seek revenge for an early exit there. Let's see who else is going out. He does still have one horse in the race, so maybe he can go all the way. Will it do any good to humanity? I don't think so. Well, you got to wonder what kind of tattoos he's going to be getting. Scary, really. Hannah Moby out. Captain Hugo J is out. Kirkpatrick goes out. Joseph Funnel goes out. Is anyone safe? Sam Regan goes now. Jake Marsh, a fantastic local darts player. He could check out 63 easily. Matt Bott goes out. He's on holiday at the moment, so this will probably ruin his holiday. Shooter, aka the Shooligan. Tommy Wooten goes out for a 4th time. And Charlie Newman, he's had enough. He just walks out the door. And what people don't realise when they see this super slow angle, you can probably notice it a little bit. The Mr. Muscle bottle has been polished to a level that scientists have described as unnecessary. Well, I think it is absolutely necessary. Okay, here we go. The hat tips. The ducks start to tumble out in a glorious, chaotic cascade, hitting the Mr. Muscle bottle with a sound like a damp sock slapping a mirror. And that pink one ricochets immediately, straight up in the air, briefly achieving a level of spiritual elevation before bouncing clean out of the hoop and rolling under the bike. Yes, he is out of there, eliminated, condemned to the sidelines where disappointment awaits, much like all of these losers right here. And it's interesting to note, look how many purples have gone out again. Out of 6 purples left in the game, 4 have now exited in the very following game. What are purple doing? You again, mate. Just a couple of questions. What were you doing when you won the first ever Mega Raffle? Tell us a bit about the story.
Well, I've been homeless for 10 months. I got ostracised from the UK fishing community.
Yeah? Why?
The tail end of the story, trouts are slippery buggers.
Indeed. What is it about the trout that you find so alluring?
It's the lips, man.
Okay then, and how were you able to scrounge together the £10 entry fee? As you say yourself, you were homeless at the time.
So as you can imagine, I had quite a lot of spare time on my hands. I picked up this ability where I could talk to pigeons. Ooh. And after a while, I gained their trust and got them to do party tricks. Trust me, pigeons on ketamine, entirely different kettle of fish. So anyway, I was busking outside Co-op, getting them to do party tricks, and that's how I got the money.
I mean, it's an incredible story. But tell us, what was it like watching the results video, watching your fellow participants drop away like decrepit flies and emerging victorious?
So I got told by someone that I needed to watch the video, and homeless, couldn't really do it. So I went to the local boozer and I asked if I could use someone's phone. The excitement I felt after each round that I got through was like nothing I ever felt.
I bet.
I was on the edge of my seat, yet I was standing. When it came to the final round, my heart was racing like I just sniffed the 40s of Wimbledon's finest Colombian, and then I won. The excitement was unreal. I won't go into the celebration. I'm legally not allowed to disclose that information. Long story short, I'm banned for life.
Cool. We were so happy for you to win that instalment of the Mega Raffle as well. You fought so hard, fought off some fierce competition. Tell me, how has it changed your life?
Well, so I used my ticket, the winning one of course, to accumulate a rather sexy tattoo of Danny DeVito. He then later caught wind of that on YouTube.
Oh. Oh. No,
the horse?
No, the horse. The whore. This is in honor of my first wife, the whore.
It turned my life around, to be honest. Never did I think that I'd be going fishing with Danny DeVito in America, but it's a regular thing now. I'm also not homeless anymore. Danny has let me live in his UK lake house, where all fish have been removed for everybody's safety. But everyone is a winner.
Shams, thank you. And thank you for participating this year. And you've seen now how it can change your life. Can it change yours, and how will it change yours? Good luck. We caught up with a local deranged fisherman before the next round of games begin. This here rubber duck race seems innocent.
Far from it. Last year we released 2,000 ducks. 2,000! That's more ducks than there are fish that remember their own names. Once they come out in the stream, they're never the same again after that. I've seen it myself. Ducks going upstream against nature. I'm not saying the ducks are organised, but all I'm saying is they know where the bridge is.
Fergus then continued upon a mostly nonsensical tirade of anti-government ideals, most of which had to be edited out.
Well, they made me wear this thing. They said it's for my own safety, and that's what they said about MID cards. Well, each duck's numbered, and once they're numbered, they become a statistic. And I won't become the statistic myself. That's why I come out and put these stickers on these here bins. See this number on the bottom here? That's not for counting. That's for monitoring, you see. Anyway, it's coming up next. Bring your kids along. Enjoy. I know I won't.
And that's right, we are live at the River Allen in Wimborne Minster for the annual multi-chromatic duck purge. Race. 6 colours, 1 finish line. And a rule that experts are calling deeply unnecessary. Yeah, to clarify the rules for viewers at home, 6 differently coloured ducks. We got red, blue, green, yellow, pink, and what officials insist is definitely purple. They are released upstream, and here we go. And each duck representing dozens of identical ducks nationwide. Yeah, the crucial element here, whichever colour finishes last triggers the immediate elimination of all ducks with the same colour everywhere. Is too much. Yeah, sort of like an aquatic Brexit, really. Yeah, we hear and report that the red duck is absolutely cruising, the green duck surging forward, possibly fueled by smugness. Oh, that's classic green behaviour. Renewable energy, but no urgency. Yeah, and what's going on? Oh, he's lost one. It's floating downstream. It's trying to get to the ocean. He got it. And that's a textbook retrieval. And obviously from that angle, it is hard to see who crossed the line last, or first, or even third. So we're going to look at the another angle here. Yeah, as we return to the carnage, it's worth reminding viewers that duck chromatic elimination racing, or DCER to the purists, isn't just a spectacle, it's a sport. A serious one, with bylaws. And laminated lanyards. Oh, exactly. People see 6 colours of a duck drifting down a river and think, where is the skill? And what they don't see is the years of training, selective moulding, and ruthless colour-based analytics. Yeah, each duck is hydrodynamically identical in theory, but in practice, colour changes everything. Red ducks, for example, absorb heat differently, making them overconfident in sunny conditions. And let's see if that's going to change anything here. Yeah, I see the finish line there, and it is red to cross. Red is safe. It looks like blue and purple next across the line. Who's going to be next? And it's green and yellow, and where's pink? This could be a major upset. Yes, up to this point in the game, the pink players have stayed together, formed a bond, safety in numbers, but now that's all gone. Much like the host's dignity there as he swans around trying to pick up the last remnants. He saves the stick though. Yeah, the blue there done really well to come in second place. Yeah, blue ducks notoriously are psychologically vulnerable in these kind of conditions. Historically strong starters, but once they realise they're blue, the performance dips. And yes, 5 colours remain. We're going to do one more round of eliminations here. And the pinks must be gutted. On their way to see a local quack dealer, try and get their voice back. Yeah, quite a lot of algae in this river. And that's where green ducks seem to thrive the best. Yellow ducks, however, are fan favourites. Highly visible, excellent sponsorship potential, but notorious for drifting smugly into danger while enjoying the moment. Yeah, green and blue lead in the pack there. Another great performance from the Blueies. It looks like purple might be struggling here. Yeah, and purple duck's still very controversial in the sport. Introduced in 2009 after a loophole was discovered in the rulebook regarding non-primary emotions. Yeah, and there are people out there that say that purple isn't even a colour. It shouldn't be considered. It's more of a lifestyle choice at this point. Yeah, preparation for the season begins months in advance. Rivers are scouted, currents mapped, ranked by cruelty. But yeah, there's also the draft. Thousands of ducks laid out in a sports hall. Scouts pointing at them, whispering, that one's got flow, that one looks nervous, etc. Yeah, we did see a few scouts down here earlier, just checking out some of the form. And the duck owners aren't allowed to touch the ducks at all on race day. That means no pushing, no steering. Yeah, no whispering encouragement like don't be the last or your entire lineage ends. Now that's seen as coaching interference and that is a lifetime ban. And let's see who's going to do the damage here. It is looking like green in first, blue again in second. Another strong performance from blue. Red crosses the line again safely. Yellow and then purple bringing up the rear. Yeah, only 2 purples are left in the games anyway. Strong underdogs in this. Didn't expect much from them, but the pinks really disappointed there. Should have done a lot better. And we're just going to see who the pinks were. It's number 81 to begin with. Yes, Connor Reeves is unlucky. He had a few. They've all gone, as does Geordie Shaw. He had a few. He's also been eliminated fully. Oh, yes. 2 fat ladies. 88, Nathan Howard, going out there in style. Number 32, Brad Wood. I don't think he's got any room left for tattoos, that guy. Followed by Anthony Marty. Who else? Oh, it's that northern slice of sexiness. Andy Preston. Unlucky, mate. He does still have another duck in here, though. John Miller. I believe you still owe him a cake, don't you? That's right, I need to make him a cake. He's been asking about it relentlessly. And Tommy Wooten, that is a hammer blow. Well, you may have seen Tommy go out a few times in this competition, but unbelievably, he still has one left in there. And as we see, Laura Isabella, a previous winner. Followed by Sam Regan, and now Natalie Kay is out for good. Oh my goodness, that is going to be awkward at work in the morning. Jamie Henry going out there, 69. It was the most asked for number in the raffle. He got there first. Oh, sweet Curtis. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. And now number 27, Jake Gibbs. Jake Gibbs, I know that name. Who's it? Well, remember when I went round to his house and absolutely smashed him at darts on his own dartboard, his own hockey, in front of his wife, with his own darts, through a stunning 180. Oh yeah, I do seem to remember you going on about that every single day since. And Ryan Lewis, the first of the purples. There was only 2 left. Who is the other purple? Could it be your number? It is Charlie Newman. And just look at the massive pinks. It's the worst possible thing that could have happened if you're a pink. Unbelievable scene.
It's your boy Snoop D.O. Double Dizzle. Locked into the mega raffle of Chris D.O. Double Dizzle faux shizzle. When I'm not using Mr. Muscle cleaning products, I like to kick back and smoke some real sticky icky and watch these raffle games. All love, baby.
Yo, it's P. Diddy here. Lubed up and watching the raffle games from the Federal Correctional Institution. Cheering on my homeboy Andy Preston. You go get him, Andy.
Good evening, I'm Sir David Attenborough, showing support for number 33, Jack Hagler-Hen. In all of my years of broadcasting, this is the most remarkable spectacle I've ever witnessed. Good luck, Jack. Hey.
Hey, Big Daddy Gordon here, rooting for that little bitch Laurie Clifford. Joe in it for win it, for duck's sake.
Yes, it's round 6, gone in the blink of an eye. And before play begins, it's important to understand the mechanics of the raffle, because otherwise it looks like animal cruelty carried out by 4 black discs. Yeah, the game uses a regulation plinko board, a vertical panel fitted with evenly spaced pegs whose sole purpose is to prevent cause and effect from becoming too comfortable. Yes, 4 ducks spread out, 4 discs released at the same time, and if a disc lands in the same section as your duck, in the words of the great Kenny Powers, you're fucking out. Oh, and only the red duck makes it through there. Let's see if the bluey's out. These people are eliminated at this stage. Geordie, I thought he was already out. He must have had another one. Nathan now. And the final blow from Morag as well. Unlucky, and thank you for playing. Now let's see who will be progressing into the finals. It's Chris Haynes. I don't blame him at this stage of the game. The host, trying to eliminate as many people as quickly as possible. The pageantry's been fantastic throughout. We've just not been eliminating enough players. I mean, this is what people pay their money for. I mean, winning is a bonus, sure, but just to have a duck in the race in a video this in-depth, it's incredible. And here we are, we're going for a second round now. 3 yellows, 1 red line up. The discs are about to be released. Yeah, and they cascade downward like coins fleeing a collapsing empire, battering the pegs with the sound of disappointment. And it will spell out disappointment for Lenny and Nathan Howard. Yeah, Lenny making it further than last time. Last time her boyfriend did come in 4th place. And this time he crashed out in an earlier round, so she will have bragging rights this time. And let's see who's going through. Chris Haynes again. And Rob really still hanging on. Yeah, and disc 2 really chose violence on that occasion, rattling through, straight to the left, making a beeline straight for Lenny. Yeah, seems like her cards were marked long ago. Before the disc was even released, I feel that the disc there had some kind of prejudice against her. Yeah, she was just minding her own business over in that column on the left and just got absolutely blindsided. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. And we see another release here. And they're piling up on the blue. My goodness. Yeah, the blue, I mean, only one stayed in there in the end, but one is enough to eliminate you. It's number 71, and that's Andy Preston and also John Miller going out at the late stages. Unlucky indeed. Oh, you really got to feel for Andy Preston there. He's been so looking forward to this video, and even P. Diddy cheering him on wasn't enough to see him through. Although I believe he might have a duck in the race. He did buy a few. Oh, this Plinko board is just essentially a vertical gambling cliff studded with pegs to ensure no outcome feels earned. At the bottom, 4 end zones. Rubber ducks, all unaware, all complicit. Yeah, not only sponsored by Mr. Muscle tonight, this raffle game in particular is sponsored by Gravity. And here we go again now, and it looks like a big exit. Well, only one duck going the distance there. And let's see who's going out. It's Tommy Wooden. Can you believe it? His name has popped up over and over again. Can't catch a break. Jams Dennis. We did the player profile earlier. He won the first ever Mega Raffle. He will go down in the history books as a legend. On this occasion, he has fluffed it as Tyrant Spedding makes his way through. I mean, still good fortune. He only ever buys 1 ticket. 1 ticket is all it takes. The first time he was a 1 ticket winner. He's bought 1 ticket again. He's got almost down to the final 20%. Just goes to show you don't have to have too many ducks in the race to be a part of the race. Yeah, I remember that first one. It really felt like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of scenario. It was amazing to see him win. And looks like green is going to go out this time. But which ones? Or they look like they're piling up on number 2 there. Anyone else? No way. No way. No. I believe it's only one going out. Can you believe that? 53. Deb struggle. And it was a struggle. Well, that duck must be looking at the other 3 absolutely green with envy, although it is impossible to tell. Oh, and this is a hell of a break going through here as a trio. Let's see who the first 2 are. Oh, Dan Cabelli. He's put in a great performance. Laura Isabella, another past winner. Good to see her through here. She did crash her van the other day, so if she wins again, it really lifts her spirits. That is for sure. And Jake Gibbs, a.k.a. Jake the Snake, a.k.a. Jaco Malfoy. Yeah, he really is a slippery one, a wily little fox, that boy. Known around town for being shit at darts, but having a great chest piece. Oh, of that there is no doubt whatsoever. And let's hear a little bit more about the sport now. Yeah, obviously the 4 discs released simultaneously really fucks up your chances of going through. They descend the board, striking the pegs with the grace of a government inquiry. Any duck sharing a section with a disc obviously eliminated, brutally removed, taken out back, and told it was never really a duck. Yeah, it all looks fun and games on the surface, but what goes on behind closed doors is something far more sinister here. Yeah, some of the ducks never recover. A few have died in the past. A few have been institutionalized in the process. And could that be the grim future for at least one of these ducks here? Let's find out. Well, one of the ducks escaping a narrow bumming from that black disc there. But let's see how many? Must be at least 2. It looks like 2 are leaving here. It's a yellow and it's a blue. It's a 56 and a 76. And I do believe that is the final curtain call for both Charlie Newman and Andy Preston. Maybe they'll make a way back in. There's bound to be one more loser recall. Let's see who's going through. Well, Rob Brady again, he's playing an absolute smasher here. Remember back in the early rounds, he was the first loser let back into the competition. Lizzie Holman Lane also going through. Another fine performance from her. Well, she was described, the host, as the songbird of his generation via a Google review on the Avant-Garden page on Google. Fantastic comment, and so true. Really, really fantastic singer, that guy. And an even better lover, that is for sure. Okay, we've got 2 blueies lined up on the left. Will we get an all blue? No, we won't. We can throw a red in the mix now. And the ever-popular yellow duck as well. Okay, the fingers are on the discs. The discs are being ascended into the air, into the drop position. And here they come. And release. Yeah, and it's another 50% by the looks of it. It looks like a bluey and a red. It's a finely even spread. Too close to tell. These are eliminated. Who are they going to be? And who is that? Number 12? So Lisa Stockley, a fine run indeed. A.K.A. Lisa from Swanage. She's called Lisa and she's from Swanage. So, I'm not sure where that name came from. Yeah, and Chris Haynes, he had about 5 ducks to begin with. And I don't believe he's been out too many times. He's just stayed the distance and just has 1 duck out there. Just ducks out. And Jake Marsh and Dan Cabelli go through again. Dan Cabelli, he's got to be feeling pretty good about his chances right now. And Ladbroke have got Dan Cabell and Rob Brealey as the favourites at this point. Laurie Clifford, a noble 100 to 1, maybe worth putting a pound on. Yeah, he was endorsed by Gordon Ramsay, obviously, earlier. Gordon himself did call him a bitch, and yes, he is a bitch. And he is likely to bitch it, and that's why he's 100 to 1 odds. But don't you just love an underdog story? Unbelievable. Okay, 4 more docs coming in now. Who will it be going through, and who will be eliminated brutally? Yeah, in this game emerging in the late 2000s when somebody asked, what if gambling, cruelty, and stationery met? And nobody stopped them. The sport governed by the International Federation of Vertical Chance, headquartered in a business park near a pet shop that has since closed. Yeah, I actually bought a pet llama there back in the day. Real angry little cunt, that guy. Yeah, moved into my house, changed the locks. Oh, I couldn't get back in. I lost everything. 23 and 49, I've also lost everything just now. Oh my God. Ryan Lewis and Megan Day. And it really isn't Megan's day at all, is it? And Nathan Howard goes through, and Jack Haglerhan, what about this guy? He's coming up out of nowhere. 300 to 1 odds on some bookmakers. And his debutante performance, absolutely stellar. And most viewers haven't even heard of this guy. Unbelievable. What if he can go all the way? Do you think he could do it? Could he? Could it be a fairy tale? Well, it is Christmas time. Maybe it could be the miracle of the 33rd duck. Unbelievable. And that is an absolute bukkake on that second blue. Big black discs coming out of nowhere from every angle. And number 73, he's out of there. Sam Regan. Number 85, John Miller. Could it be his last duck? I'm not sure. 67, Lisa Stockley, no! John Miller is going to be even angrier than he already is that I haven't given him the cake. Now he has been eliminated again. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to make that cake, aren't I? I'm going to make, John, if you're listening, if you're watching, mate, I'm going to make you that fucking cake. It's going to be the best cake you've ever eaten in your life. Yeah, this stage, it gets so tense once it gets to this level of the competition. So much talent. So little chance of going through these kind of rounds. Yeah, and exactly why the sport's popular. I mean, it appears random, but it feels so personal when you're the one involved. And again, they're piling up on the right side. What is going on here? Yeah, I mean, we need to get a spirit level on that Plinko board. It is not regulation. And 94, Jess Gibbs. I don't even know if she knows she's in the raffle, you know. I think she thinks it's some kind of metaphor. For what I'm not sure. And a couple of the favourites going out. Talk about commentator's curse again is Rob Brealey. He was 2 to 1 odds, along with Dan Cabell and Chris Haynes. Yeah, and all 3 of those players still in this game. Okay, number 7. What about this? Laurie Clifford. We said he was going to bitch it. He still hasn't bitched. He's fought off 3 different competitors in that last round alone to come out on top into the final 17. Could this be his year? I really hope it is. A lot of people hoping it isn't. A lot of people would rather say, Laurie Clifford, I hope you fuck this up, mate. And we're hearing word that 17 is a horrible number to be left on for the final stages, so we're going to get 3 people back in now. And who will they be? It's number 99, Connor Reeves, has a duck back in the race at the late stage, and he's going to enjoy his viewing from this point if he hasn't tuned out already. And Tommy Wooten, what about that? 6 ducks to begin with, just kept getting eliminated, and now he's back in. Unbelievable. And who else is coming back in? Oh my, oh no,
Yo,
no!
Eminem here. Tuned in from the start. I don't have a favorite player. I'm impartial Mathers.
Big Willie here, the Fresh Prince. If Dan Cabell doesn't win this thing, I'ma slap the shit out of somebody. Go get it.
Big Bad Boris here. I love the way that Lizzie Holman Lane has heard her nerve throughout. Let's see if she can hold off Rob Brealey and the rest of the duck posse. I can't wait.
20 remain. Here are your finalists. Pick a favourite if you want. but they will probably still lose. One of them is going to emerge victorious in a few moments' time. Tonight, Britain teeters on the brink of a new cultural epidemic. A children's game so violent, so inexcusably circular, it could only have been invented by a man who once got stuck inside a revolving door. This one's called Oki Oki Oki, in brackets, Oi Oi Oi. That's right, Britain wants the land of fair play, tea and balanced ducks, but now, a nation divided by rubber poultry and centrifugal mayhem. On a plastic Lazy Susan-style rotating dartboard, rubber ducks line up on the outside, sitting patiently, staring into oblivion. 3 darts will be thrown, 3 chances to go out, 1 destiny to avoid elimination. Yeah, we're gonna whittle it down. This is round 1, 3 darts will be thrown. If a dart lands on your number, you are eliminated. However, once eliminated, in future rounds, if a treble is landed, one of the losers will go back in the place of the duck that lands the treble. This should be interesting, and I cannot wait to see who goes out here. Things get even more sinister, however, if a triple number is hit. Here, logic bends like damp cardboard. As well as being eliminated, the duck is replaced by one of the losers that have gone out in the grand final already, if they have, by another duck, sometimes bigger, sometimes wetter. Yeah, and fans are calling this game the Quack Tornado. We're just going to take another look at a different angle there. It's the exact same throw we've just seen on the 360 camera. Here it goes, a good old spin from the host. He backs away into another room. 3 darts released. He's aiming probably for the bullseye, trying to split him around. And you can just see the dartboard there pinned down like a sedated pizza, rotating slowly, waiting for the moment of reckoning. And we're going to take a closer look now as it draws to a close. Here we go. Yeah, the first one's a red. Let's see who's going out. It's number 1. It's Rob Brealey. He's played a fantastic game. Remember, number 1 did go out in an earlier round and managed to work his way back in, but the universe has righted things in the end, and he is back out on the loser's bench. And not looking good if you're a red duck either. That's another duck going out, and it's another one under 10. It's Laurie Clifford, and just as predicted, he bitched it. Yes, a full bitch in the end there. The pressure just gets too much for him. It's always the way with this guy. And 99 Connor Reeves takes a stumble. And remember, he was actually cast out earlier in the game and was allowed back in controversially at the end of the last round to make it up to 20. So this dartboard really does seem to hold some prejudice to players that have been allowed back in. What do you think about that? I think it's quite possible, really. And if you've gone out and come back in, Tommy Wooden probably doesn't feel too safe now. Look, they're flying off the fucking board. And that really is embarrassing at this level of the sport, to have such low adhesion on the bottom of the ducks that they go flying. Look, 3 different colours, all the primary colours go absolutely winging off the sides, and we fixed them up and ready to go again. The dartboard lies flat, like it's surrendered and accepted its fate as part of the furniture. The numbers stretch outward like black and white teeth, the circular calendar of impending doom. It starts to turn gently at first, but then painted sections blur into a hypnotic carousel of reds, greens, purples, blues. A carnival of mathematics, truly. And speaking mathematically, doesn't it pay to be a yellow right now? They can band together. Look, they're all on that side surrounding that red. He's looking nervous. And of course, 1 purple left. All the purples were eliminated at a different round, floating down the river, but 1 worked their way back in. And it looks like it's all over for the purples now. Yeah, I can't quite remember who that other purple was, which player it was attributed to, but it would all become abundantly clear shortly when we see the other angle. And oh my goodness, it looks like a treble has been hit here. And yes, a treble has been struck, a ring historically used by professional dartists to show off. The duck on that number, it not only dies, but it will be replaced by another duck that's already gone out on the top edge of your screen there. Experts call this the infinite beak loop, a paradox so confusing. Physicists are now suing the game. Oh, it's a very interesting dynamic, actually. It really is. Is it just a ploy, though, to get people to carry on watching the video once they've already been eliminated? Well, I think that is certainly a part of it, yes. Although, why wouldn't you carry on watching these videos? I've seen enough videos of local artists just going online and spinning a wheel. Where's the fun in that? Where's the pageantry? It just lacks a certain creativity and effort. And this is what it's all about. Look at this, a slow spinning dartboard. So tense. Truly, this is the best thing about Christmas. This is what it is all about. This is what it's all worked up to. And let's see who's going out there first. It's number 20. It's Rob Brealey, yet again. Oh, my goodness. Once tipped by the bookies to win this thing not too long ago. Now the odds are about 20 to 1. Yeah, I believe he still has another duck in there despite going out twice already. He had 3 in the final, can you believe that? And Tommy Wooten, this guy, just cannot catch a break, that guy. He went out twice, he came back in twice, he's gone out again already. It's just cruel. It's just cruel, this game. It messes with your mind. However, one of those players that have just got out will be thanking Jake Marsh for going out on a treble. Like I said before in the video, he's a fantastic local darts player. And it's only right that he hit a treble on his first visit there. And it's Art Baxi coming to bring the fucking good news to somebody. She's going to root around in that white pot. She's going to pull someone out at random. And they will be inserted back into the game. And can you believe he's gone out and he's come back in for the second time during this process. And look, he gets stuck back on the board right where he was. I bet he cannot believe it. He's got 2 ducks back in the race again. And the odds have narrowed dramatically to about 4 to 1 now. Local bookies are saying he's going to go all the way. Well, yeah, he's been probably the strongest player throughout this entire video. What a guy. What a legend. Well, I think even if he doesn't go on to win this thing, he'll be remembered forever from his performance in this absolutely incredible, incredible performance. And there, one of our external referees just checking everything's up to scratch and regulation with the setup there. Well, absolutely. I mean, we blew a lot of the budget from this raffle on the external judging, but everything's got to be done right. We haven't even broken even, actually. Yeah, Rubber Ducks spent most of the budget on that. Tell you what, I cannot believe how expensive Rubber Ducks are becoming nowadays. It is the new Freddo. It is insane. Yeah, £20 a duck. We actually lost £10 on every entry we took. But as it spins, it's back in order there. The referee seems happy, and we can continue the game. Well, she's still dubious, actually. But no, she's been put to the side. She can judge from there. And here we go. It spins beautifully. They stand equidistant. Each perch in its numbered fate slot, wobbling slightly as the lazy Susan motion begins. When the spin accelerates, the colours smear into a spinning halo, a rainbow ring of rubber poultry orbiting a planet of sharp choices. And it looks like one of them has barely even hit the dartboard at all. It definitely won't be scoring, neither will that one. It looks like there's only one, and it looks like it's going to be a red. I think you'll find that's a blue, actually, mate. Well, I apologise. It just looked like the flight was nestled over the red zone there. But quite clearly, it is a blue. The host has settled that. Well, how about the elephant in the room not even hitting a fucking dartboard? From a few meters away, it's pathetic. Yeah, I mean, we all know what the host is capable of dart-wise. 5 180s in his repertoire just this year alone. And here we go, this is the other angle. Yeah, can't wait to take a closer look at who their blue is. We're just about to whisk it in here now. Obviously, number 16, safe. That one's definitely safe. And who's the blue? This is... Oh my, no. No, it couldn't be. It could not be. He goes out. He comes back in the very next spin, and he goes out on the spin after that. It's mental. It's bonkers. Rob Brealey must be absolutely gutted right now. He still has 1 duck left, but my God, it was looking good. It was looking so good this whole time. Not only going out twice, coming back in twice, just to go back out twice. Unbelievable. And look at this new one, though. They're peppering that one side. I think a green is definitely gone. We're going to have to take a closer look. Definitely at least 1 green. Yeah, it's funny. If you watch long enough, the board stops being a board at all. It kind of becomes this psychedelic poultry centrifuge where ducks just cling onto the border of existence, waiting to be chosen, removed, or in the sacred case of the triple, replaced. And we're instantly going to have a look at who's going out here. Like we said, it's definitely 1 green I saw there. There might be another. It just depends the way the needles have landed in the beds. And I'll tell you, it is not looking favourable for that red. That is a double elimination, and that is a harsh, harsh way to go. Way to know you're really not wanted in a competition. And he's forced to just line up there and watch the action from the side like some kind of duck cuck. And a greenie now. It's number 78. It's Dan Cabell, a.k.a. Daniele Cabelli. And I do believe he still has a duck left. He's doing fantastically as well. Yeah, one of the late favourites by the bookies alongside Rob Brealey. Not looking so good for Brealey now, although technically still even with Daniele Cabelli and many other players. And do you reckon Laurie Clifford will manage to find a way back into this game? I think there's genuinely more chance of one of these ducks learning to fly, to be honest with you. The guy's just a complete choke artist. And this round looks like a low number of eliminations. At least one or two of them in an empty bed, it seems like. Well, I wish you wouldn't bring up empty beds. It reminds me that I wake up in an empty bed every night since that alpaca kicked me out of my house, stole my wife, and changed the locks on the door. So thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry about that, mate. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, let's get back on topic now. It's a blue going out for sure. Yeah, another duck struck there, numerically erased from the circle of chance. Not just simply removed, oh no, it's placed, lined up on the side of the table, like rubber witnesses at a poultry funeral. Yeah, just standing there in rigid silence, their blank eyes staring back at that spinning board that once gave them purpose, and now they must wait, watching, judging, just wishing they played a little bit better and hung on longer. And still the game continues now. On the sidelines, those ducks on the right, the eliminated, they wait there silently rehearsing their revenge. Unless they can work their way back in, just as Rob Brealey did not too long ago. Oh, and it's whittling down now. Number 2, another, I won't say it. Number 10 also, I'm not going to say it. Well, you say it best when you say nothing at all sometimes. And let's see who's going out now. It's number 11, another blue. Oh, it's Tommy Wooten. Yeah, the second player now to go out twice, come back in twice, and then go back out twice. He certainly will be remembered, along with Rob Brealey, and we're on to round 6 of the grand final. And man, imagine getting this far in the game, and then having to go for an additional at least 10 rounds. What are your chances of winning this thing? It's so slim. Yeah, to get all the way to the final 20, and then end up just fucking flapping it. You may as well have just gone out on the first round if that's the case. Well, I suppose it's similar to that thing. Would you rather have loved and lost, or not loved at all? Well, I think the best way is just to watch it and not even have a duck in it. It's too tense to watch. Imagine having a duck in this race and watching on for over an hour. It must be mentally exhausting. Yeah, we're now officially halfway through the match. The board still spins on, maybe even faster, as if it's aware the time is running out. Yeah, the 10th duck to go out there. Standing on the sideline like a plastic ancestor watching their descendants gamble with fate. On the board itself, the remaining ducks clinging onto their numbered sectors with growing unease. I mean, at this stage, every revolution counts. Every dart becomes history. Yeah, the arena now a half-emptied carousel of colour. Patches of vacant rubber absence, marking where lives once bobbed proudly. And hopeful. Spectators leaning in, standing up out of their seats. Somewhere a child whispers, will the green one go on? There's 3 greens, will one of them win? Will it be the solitary blue? Or will one of those steadfast yellows take the glory? And let's not count out the reds also. And man, imagine how gutted you'd be if you were pink right now, getting to miss this final altogether. All because they couldn't fucking swim. It's the one thing a duck is supposed to do. Unbelievable. Right, let's see if anyone's exiting here now. They were quite close to the bullseye. Lovely aim. And a yellow has gone immediately. And it's number 87. It's Chris Haynes. Yeah, Chris with several ducks in the race from the beginning. At one point, he had 3 in a row numerically. All in, past the halfway point. He was looking very nice indeed. Maybe he's still got one in, I'm not sure. He might still have one left. And another green duck is about to kick the bucket big time. Let's see who this loser is. It's number 44. It's Jake the Snake. Oh, that is ruthless. Got so close to getting to the final prize table as well. He'll just have to book in and pay like everyone else. I know he keeps saying it, but he is shit at darts. He has no business still being on that dartboard, and maybe that's why he took a dive. Yeah, the survivor's guilt obviously setting in. And that's another fine flurry of darts being thrown there. Yeah, 9 remain, all hoping to get into the top 6 to secure a prize of some kind. Oh, just imagine being number 7. Your blood would boil. I genuinely think I'd rather go out in the first round like Rose did. Number 100. Pathetic. The eliminated ducks there just seem to be sensing a bit of tension. Though motionless, their hollowed eyes are fixed on the spinning battlefield at all times. Halfway through means nothing is decided. In duck terms, this is the hour where hope either becomes legend or landfill. And the referee watching on there, making sure everything's legit. He goes out of the doorway. Oh, but first make sure the camera's rolling, of course. Here we go then. Big spin. Yeah, well over halfway through the contest now, and the ducks line up on the sideline. It's thickening a row of silent witnesses, each one a tiny ghost of games past. Their colours form a rainbow of failure. And he spun that one like a tea tray in a hurricane. Absolutely huge rotation. And at number 16, it's already been got. We move around now. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, my goodness, that's in the 7. And it's 77. All the 7s are lining, and Rob Brealey is finished. And that will be a huge sigh of relief for the bookies. 56% of bettors siding with Rob Brealey. I reckon he's got a lot to answer for there to go out in such a fashion. You got to wonder if he's got money on himself and he's gone out deliberately. We're going to have to check his betting accounts, of course. Yeah, maybe the mob got to him, intimidated him, strong-armed him a little bit, and said, look, mate, you're going out before you get to the fucking prizes in this fucking final. Yeah, and 8 ducks remain now. The game no longer feels like casual fun. It feels like a government experiment. Somebody accidentally invited ducks to. The ducks on the sideline just shivering. Possibly that's just physics. Somewhere in the room whispers, this is getting biblical. I would argue that this is bigger than the Bible. This is gigantic. And the blue just outside of the prizes. We'll find out who that loser is. Maybe get an interview if we can. Oh, and it's just getting so dangerous. Especially with these prizes on the line. 2 full day sessions for the winner. A half day for second. Even get a small tattoo for third. Yeah, and the host just spinning it once more. We're going to eliminate a few more losers, potentially. The board's starting to slow now like it's catching its breath. The thrower wipes their brow, pulls their trousers up. They did not sign up to be God. Right, let's take a closer look. All right, let's go down to the arena and take a closer look. Oh my goodness. There's 2 in the same bed there. Unlike... Just don't fucking say it, mate. All right. Okay, the blue, who are you? Who are you, Bluey? And who's it going to be? It's number 80, and that is Tyron Spedding, a.k.a. Daniel Speddingfield. And ironically, he will not get through this. And here we stand, or rather sit, because nobody watching this has the stamina to stand anymore. It's just exhausting. The room is thick with suspense, as if someone's butted the air. Yes, 7 ducks remain, 6 prize slots available. To go out here would just be unfathomable. That's right, truly not good for your mental health. Oh, and that's a lovely camera angle. Let's see if we got anyone. I believe there's a red. It might just be the red. Or is there a green as well? Of course, if there's 2 exits here, they will share 6th equal. So we'll both get a prize. Yeah, it's a definite red. It's a definite green in the low part of that segment. Just going to see who the red is and who the green is, and then we could be on our way. And just a reminder of the rundown. Winner in first place, 2 day sessions, 1 next year, 1 the following year. Second is a half day to be used whenever you like. 3, it's a 1 hour tattoo for third. Number 4 gets a t-shirt and the jigsaw puzzle. Number 5 gets the prints. And number 6, we're still a mystery. And I assume it's going to be something Mr. Muscle related. Shout out to the sponsor, Mr. Muscle. And look at that, number 3 goes out. That's Nathan Howard, great player. Look how close he was to tagging someone else back into that treble there. Wow. Oh, number 72. It's Lizzie Holman Lane. She often plays in these. I think this is the best she's ever done. She can give herself a pat on the back. She will be winning something, and it is a mystery at this point. And look at this, even the referee can't bear to watch. It's so tense. She has to watch through a mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt the emotional meltdown already in progress because something unprecedented has happened. Not only is the 360 camera momentarily malfunctioned, the number of darts has now been doubled from 3 to 6. This is no longer a game. This is a poultry purge now. 6 darts means twice the chance. Double the loss. This is mathematically horrifying for these remaining contestants. Yeah, but however, only 4 ducks left on the board. If something has to be done to keep this going. Well, technically everyone could have gone out there. There's more darts than there are ducks at this point. 5 ducks left, 6 darts available in the hand. And look at this, the green narrowly avoids a spearing. The old fan favourite yellow though going out. Who is it going to be? It's number 35, Connor Reeves. That is some bad luck. However, you do go away with a prize. You win the prints, and they will look great on your wall. And who's in 4th now? This is for the t-shirt and the jigsaw puzzle. It's Chris Haynes. Well played to you. Ladies and gentlemen, silence your force, hold your breath, and steady your heart. For what you're about to witness is history. We have arrived at the final 3 ducks now. The board cleansed by 6 darts, leaving only 3 survivors. The last circling citizens of a spinning rubber apocalypse. The dartboard spins with purpose now, not slow, not casual, with ominous inevitability. The numbers blur. Reds, blacks, greens, once playful, now appear as circular warning signs. Each sector a threat. And each triple number, a beacon of potential hope one last time for one of these remaining losers. And can you fucking imagine coming back in at this point? After everything we've seen, the brutality, the injustice, the slaughter, to come back in and take your place on a podium finish. Well, let's not get too excited. We do have to hit a treble for that to happen, and it is unlikely. But we will have to take a closer look now. The sideline ducks, now 17 strong, stand like a rubber army of ghosts. Their plastic eyes just fixed and waiting to see if they can come back into this tournament at a late stage. Oh, it's much like watching a war, but a little bit softer. The thrower steps back to the hockey line. 6 darts remain, 6 chances. The room grows tense. Even the table seems to anticipate the catastrophe about to happen. The air thick with the electricity of inevitable elimination or reanimation. And all the ducks have withstood a hail of 6 deadly bullets, and they will be remembered forever. All podium finishes. This is your 3 finalists. They've elected not to bring anyone else back in. They're keeping it for themselves. And here are your 3 finalists. It's number 33, Jack Hagler-Han. It's number 50, Laura Isabella. A past winner of this event, she knows what it takes to go to the top. And 92, Dan Cabell. They've all secured themselves a tattoo at least 1 hour long. And this is the moment we've been waiting for. The 3 finalists. The rules have now escalated, however, to an unprecedented madness. Each duck will throw 6 darts at the board. Starting with Laura Isabella, each duck will throw 6 darts at the board. The highest total score wins. Yeah, and the second highest score will take second. And the third, likewise, will take the third. The board spins relentlessly. 6 darts dispatched. Numbers flash by like the eyes of 1,000 disappointed ancestors. The ducks on the sidelines leaning in. Ghosts of those already eliminated, silently whispering, murmuring, tutting among themselves. And another angle to be shown. All 6 bars. And another angle to be shown. This is still Laura Isabella's throw, looking to accumulate the most amount of points possible in 6 darts. Will they throw a 180? Will there be any triples at all? Would it just be lonely singles? Would a bullseye get hit? Who knows? And at least 1 dart has left the board. And 5 remain in the board. We will tally them up shortly. And what do you think would be a good benchmark score to set here? Well, you gotta feel it's gotta be at least in the low 90s, maybe even a ton plus is what it will take to win this thing. At the end of the day, if you're going first, you gotta hit a high benchmark for success. That's right, it really is important to pile on the pressure at this point. And Laura Isabella, of course, she won this before. It was the first time we ever used a dartboard in the Mega Raffle, and that's the one she won. And that was a spinning dartboard as well. So she's got previous form. She's got experience in this field. Yeah, and the experience just showing. I mean, a lot of these players they've not had any experience whatsoever with a spinning dartboard and rubber ducks, and it shows. Okay, let's tally it up. The first one is an unfortunate miss. That's still on 0. Although, however, it's looking like a nice 12. Another 12 now. That's 24 thus far. Oh, and look where this one's gone. Right into the 20. You can't ask for much more than that on this board. And there's 2 left, however. They do need to be big ones to set a good score. It looks like they're both 11s. Final total, 66. And you just feel the 66 is going to be just a little bit too low to take it all the way to the end. Dan Cabell, he's a fierce competitor, this guy. He just won't go away. Oh, he's got to be thinking easily to beat 66. But who knows? He's never competed at this level before. Will the pressure get to him? Or will he be able to hold his nerve? And not quite spinning enough there. It needs to be a real big spin in this round. Yeah, you just cannot afford for the board to slow down. People will accuse us of cheating and aiming for particular numbers. It has to be down to chance. Well, as good as this guy is at playing darts, there's no way he could pick out a number spinning at that velocity. I beg to differ. I believe he could. But that's not in the spirit of the game. It is random. We're, of course, aiming for the bullseye, looking to get a real random chance. And here we go. This is round 2. This is Dan Cabelli. This is a different camera angle we're seeing here. Still just so tense at this point. So tense. And I believe all 6 darts are within the scoring area on this one. Oh, I just cannot wait to see what this total is. We're gonna have a close look shortly. We're zooming in. You might be able to catch a little whiff of what's going on there. A dart gets plucked out that looks very close to being in the treble 19, I have you know. I just can't wait to see that closer angle and see if it really was in the treble. Because if it is, that is devastating. That almost brings you up, what is that, 57 potentially? And that could bring you up very close to 66 as it is. And you just got to feel that Laura Isabella should have done a lot better there. That's right, particularly as an experienced player. She should have been hitting a treble. Could have hit a bullseye. She's got the potential. She's got the skills. She's got the talent in the locker, no doubt whatsoever. And sometimes it's just the pressure of the arena, the ducks lined up, all the spectators, and we are getting confirmation now. It is a treble 19, and that is, and let me tell you, that is massive. That's 57 straight off the bat. Adding another 8 in, just one shy of equaling the record. We're gonna take it there. Oh, it's a 20 as well. This guy is absolutely having a stomper. And it's another 20 we're hearing now. It's 105, still 2 darts remaining. The next one, however, is low. It's only a 4, it takes the total up to 109. It's a ton plus, I told you. A ton plus is what it's going to take to win this thing. It's 126 points on the door. And next up, we have Jack Hagler-Hen. And he is a debutant, and he's gone all the way to the final 3. He just kind of kept his beat down. He's been going around quietly doing his business. It's a huge spin, possibly the biggest rotation we've seen so far. And debut performance as well, making it all the way to the top 3. It's emotional. And all his family will be watching this, of course. This is coming out around Christmas time. And you got to think, one of these has got to go in the treble. He's got to make a run for this. It's got to be big. And they are looking very close to the trebles now. Jack, of course, endorsed by Sir David Attenborough. And will he let the big man down? I know I would not want to let that guy down at all. Well, he wouldn't even be letting Sir David down himself. He'd be letting his family down. He'd be letting himself down. He'd be letting down the whole of Cornwall. Well, win or lose, a flawless demonstration of rubber poultry skill has been shown by Jack. Yeah, that's right. You can't take that away from him. This is definitely someone to watch out for in the future. I mean, it takes a bit of everything. It takes precision. It takes a bit of chance. Sometimes some sheer cosmic intervention. Just to see it all the way to the end, you gotta have something about you. And we are hearing confirmation all 6 darts have landed within the scoring zone. So maybe he can give Dan Gabet a real good run for his money here. And we're just being treated to one last look at the final round here. Let's see if beady-eyed viewers can see where these land. Well, his duck just looks so calm watching on there, almost zen-like. A sort of yellow Buddha, made out of rubber, unshaken by fate. And look how nervous Dan Cabell's yellow duck looks on the left side of your screen there. Just absolutely helpless, watching on, hoping this is a low number. Oh, I don't know, it's too close to call. This is too close to call. And this is what we've been waiting for. He's reaching for the camera. Here we go, in for a closer look now. If you're Jack Hagler-Hen, if you're Dan Cabell, if you're Laura Isabella, my goodness, this must be too much. And it is one in the treble. Yeah, unfortunately, just a 5. A 5 becomes a 15. He couples it with a 9 now. It's 11. It's not bad numbers. What are the other ones? Are they going to be big? Are they good? Well, looks like we're going to have to find out after this brief intermission. Oh, it's 1 in the 19. It brings it up to 54. It needs a couple of big ones. He's going to get a couple of big ones. It's 2 17s, but it only takes it up to 92. He comes in second place. He wins a half-day session. Dan Cabell takes the whole thing, wins the double day. Gloria Isabella wins an hour-long session. And big up to Dan Cabell. There he is on top of the podium. And that is a beautiful performance. Well, 5 ducks in the race. Mathematics taking its toll on the other contestants there. Safety in numbers. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you enjoyed the raffle games. See you in the studio in the new year for some banging tats. Thank you for watching. Thank you if you took part. Fair play if you watched and didn't take part. One love.